it's exciting opportunity, exciting time for, I would say, the organization, players, coaches. It's an important time for the players, and most importantly, it's a tremendous time for their families. And I think one of the things that you notice about Derek and Kenyon is, like, family's important. I come from great families, salt-of-the-earth families, with their families last night. Kenyon's here right down the street with his family at home. Derek's in a hotel in Vegas with his family, but family is of the essence and family's a priority. And we're trying to build a family here with the Houston Texans, and I would say these two players really embody everything that our program is about. Humble, hardworking, soft-spoken, just want to show up and do work, which is how we're trying to build the program, and I'd say this is what these two players are about. So I'm sure you'll enjoy speaking with them. We're excited that they're here. I think they understand what's in front of them. There's a lot of work that's ahead. I think they realize that, and I think the one thing about these two players in particular is they're going to show up, they're going to work, and we're going to get the best version of themselves on a day-to-day basis, and that's all we're going to ask. So, the floor is yours, so you guys have fun. Less is more, and we'll catch up with you guys later.
I'm gonna moderate. We'll just go down. We'll start with Christy, and we'll go down.
Is there
No, there's no mic.
Derek, if you were to describe to people that maybe didn't know you as a player or didn't know a lot about you, what do you think is the best thing about you as a player?
I'd probably say that I'm just calm. I don't let my emotions get too high, too low. I know in certain areas, whenever I mess up, I know how to diagnose it and talk it through with my coaches and fix it real fast.
Derek, you come from a family of athletes. Your grandfather, your father. How have they prepared you from a young age, and how have you yourself, grow into this moment along the way?
So really just it's a mental battle with everything that you do. So if you can tell yourself that you're able to do it, then you'll be able to go out there and do it.
Sarah.
Derek, your first meeting with Lovie Smith, what was that like, and what did you take away from what playing in his defense?
It was good. He showed a lot of interest. We had some small words about how it would be, but that's between me and him. I'm excited to show it once we get to the season, and I just can't wait to work.
Derek, your injuries are well documented. Sometimes injuries can camouflage or cover up a guy's talent. What does it mean the Texans saw beyond what you dealt with the last couple of years and saw what they believe you really can be? What does that mean to you and the trust it gives you with them?
It means a lot because they saw my true talent beyond everything else. So whenever you're surrounded by people that know your true worth, it just makes you feel better as a person.
Greg, you go.
I do, if I could, for each of you. Could you just take us through how you kind of managed last night? The excitement, obviously. Did you get any sleep? Did you spend the night just up with family talking? Could you each just kind of share what that experience was like?
Well, I was at home, so I'm probably I'd say 30, 45 minutes away from the stadium. And, I was just sitting there and I was talking to a family friend about the draft and how it's unfolding and everything. And when I got the 832 area code, I already know, it was the Texans. And sat there, I was shocked. I was just truly just thanking God, for this opportunity, being here, being able to, stay home and play for my city. So I'm gonna give everything I got. I'm gonna be the best player, best person, you can ever, meet, talk to.
And how about afterwards? Just sit around and share the.
Yeah, we rewatched the draft because after I got picked, kind of turned it off and celebrated. But just going through that moment again, seeing it, seeing my family, enjoying it. So that's all I cared about.
Derek, any sleep for you after all this happened?
I mean, it was a long flight, but we're here. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to get to work.
Aaron.
Derek, to follow up on Sarah's question, what kind of advice has your family and some of their experiences in football, what has that meant to you? Any specific things that kind of jump out that you've kind of taken with you and resonate with you?
So something else that I've always been told is to just have fun with everything that you do. So if you can find the fun in anything, even the tough situations, then you'll be good and you'll be able to make it through.
For Kenyon, having been able to play football your entire life, right in this area, College Station, Texas A&M now, with the Texans, what does that feel like for you? And is it something besides obviously the familiarity? How do you think that can help you?
You know, I'm already, you know, my blood, sweat, and tears, you know, been here, you know, 21 years almost. I mean, it's really nothing else to say. You know, I'm here. You know, I'm ready to go. So, you know, whatever that takes, whatever we need to do that, you know, I'm willing and ready.
Cool.
This is for both Derek and Kenyon. Both you guys were 3-year starters in the SEC, gone up against talent that some people consider as a semi-pro type of the NFL. Do you feel like having that experience of going up against those type of players, maybe it's better prepared you for some of the time you're going to see very early on in camp?
Nah, for sure. I feel like SEC, you know, you got to be prepared and ready each and every week because you're going against somebody that's, you know, on your same level or even higher. So, you know, you got to match it and, you know, make sure that, you know, you focus locked in, like mentally and physically.
Derek, same thing.
And I also think that even in practice every single day, with the schools that we went to, we had to be ready for that. Not just weekends, every day. So, yeah.
Randy.
Just follow up with Derek, just more on Lovey getting a chance to play for him, an offensive-minded coach. Going to be a big part of this defense. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it means a lot. I know that he'll maximize our abilities out there on the field, put us in positions to win. So I'm excited for that.
Brian.
Derek, I know you discussed some of this when you were at LSU, but just the impact that the situation your grandfather went through, which, you know, obviously, you know, how did that impact you? How do you learn from that? How does that kind of just shape you? It obviously happened a long time ago, but I'm sure that's something within your family and with you specifically that can, you know, help guide you through your life.
Well, for me, whenever I'm out there playing, like I don't, you know, you don't want to play thinking about injuries or playing scared because then, I mean, something might happen if you're out there like that. So really, I just go out there and just play, have fun, like I said, and just do what I do.
Adam.
You grew up here. You talked about the blood, sweat, and tears here in H-Town. Can you share some of your early memories? Do you remember some of the Texans games? Do you remember kind of, you know, riding the roller coaster with this franchise?
Yeah, well, I played here multiple times in high school for playoff games, and I got a good record in here, so, you know, I want to keep that going. So, yeah, what we got to do that, you know, I'm ready to do that.
When you did see the 832 on the phone, what were those immediate emotions?
I'm staying home. I'm staying home. Yeah.
Sarge.
So can you tell me how to pronounce it? Is it Kenyon or Kenyon?
Kenyon.
Kenyon. Okay, I want to make sure I won't mess that up. But you won the 2018 Touchdown Club Offensive Player of the Year as an offensive lineman, going up against some of the people that even went to school at A&M. At that moment, did you know that your path was headed towards where you are right now?
Well, nah, I mean, I didn't look, you know, too far into it. You know, I was making sure that I was ready for the next level. You know, I wasn't trying to, you know, get my mind, you know, off track on things. You know, so I was worried about that first year, as you know, my freshman year, coming in, contributing, you know, being a team player, you know, work as hard as I can, you know, to build on that. And, you know, and eventually it got better, you know, and, you know, I'm here now, blessed, you know, being able to, you know, talk to y'all and do those things like that.
And Derek, what did it feel like doing that? As soon as you stepped on campus, you were highly regarded as one of the best defensive backs in the nation, and then going up against the players that you went up against. What was that like every day?
Really, I didn't think about the outside view on how. I didn't think about the outside perception on me. I just knew that I would have to just go out there and practice every day and just do what they recruited me to do.
Go Daniel and then Jim.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. One thing is to come in and meet with the team before the draft. Another thing is to walk up to the building knowing going through your mind right now? I mean, you're here. This is reality. You dream about this. What's going through your mind right now?
I'm just ready to get to work. That's it.
And me and Derek was talking about it walking in, saying we, after they pick you, you say, whatever team you go to, but, we're saying we, like, what we need, what we need to do for this team to get better. So, just, changing your mind frame on that, it's a blessing, being able to, do this and be a part of this. It's just the beginning. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it is, but, it humbles you, too, because, you still have a lot of work to do. This is just the beginning. They gave you the opportunity, so now, you got to put your head down and work.
I've got two for you guys. First one kind of silly, but when you talked about saying the 832, do players memorize area codes before the draft, so when that phone rings, they kind of have an idea of what it is?
I mean, I know it because, I'm Houston, but it's just, certain places, some places, you have connections with, you probably, know, the area code of it, and I for sure knew that one.
What about you, Derek?
Well, underneath the number, it says the place, so that's what I was looking at.
And then on a serious note, Nick talked a lot last night about both of your competitiveness, the competitive nature of both of you. It's been some lean years here the last couple of years. How much do both of you as players relish the opportunity to try and turn things around here, and why?
You got it.
Me going to A&M, wasn't a big school yet, like how it is now. So all we did was in that class, we put our head down and work. And we right now, they're on the building stages of being a powerhouse, in the SEC. So I'm coming with the same mentality, put my head down and work, and then bring people with me.
Can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, just how much do you relish the opportunity to try and turn things around here, and why?
Well, yeah, that's something that, like, changing things around here, that's something that takes the whole group, the whole team, coaching staff, everybody. So I'm looking forward to building up like a team chemistry, seeing how things flow, learning from all the vets, and even the people who got it last year, they know more than what we know at this point. Right. So any chance to learn from anybody, to build that team chemistry, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Hey, Kenyon, you posted one of, not the highest ranked blocking grade of your shot class. What is it about your game that helps you win those battles in the trenches?
Technique. You focus on the little detail things in your game. Especially, watching film as a lineman, you can pick little things that, defensive linemen, linebackers do, to get an edge on them. And when you get that edge, you exploit it and you do your job.
When you're drafted, most people say, like, this is a lifetime dream. This is for both you guys. But do you remember the first moment you thought, I want to play in the NFL, or that you told someone or wrote it down? Do either of y'all remember that?
I say, you have it when you're little, but when I realized I can, like, actually play this, this game, and make, a living off of it, it was probably my high school, my senior year in high school, when I went to the opening and the Under Armour camp, and seeing that road that, other players took, to get there, that played in those type of games. So, I'm there, so I just have to keep the right mindset. And, I'm glad I did. I'm here right now.
Well, yeah, it's pretty much the same for me. So as a little kid, you had those big dreams, and then it was a certain point, kind of like near in high school, that I was like, okay, I can really do this. So then that's when it really set in, really started working for real.
Kenyon, you mentioned walking in and being a part of the team rebuilding, and last night you mentioned that Lovie Smith had talked to you and said, y'all are both from Texas, and you said that hit you. In what ways does that kind of contribute to you being a part of the team and helping that team get back to where it could be?
Yeah, you know, just seeing, you know, his pedigree, you know, what he wants in his players, what this organization wants in their players, you know, and I feel like I met that, and you know, we had conversations when I came on the visit here, you know, that the possibilities, you know, things that we could do here. So, I mean, I'm ready to work, you know, and get there and get to that point because I can see it in the future for sure.
Do either of you know what number you're gonna wear? Even thought about that?
Well, I mean, I talked to Coach about it, so hopefully I can get it.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep the same number if, you know, nobody have it, but.
You already got the necklace.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, probably upgrade it a little bit now.
Go ahead. Think about this family, think about your family, both your parents being college athletes. How much did that help you and still kind of what it takes to be, you know, a winning athlete?
Oh yeah, for sure. My dad coached me since I was a kid. So just him installing the game into me, you know, and just taking that time and that care, you know, just being my coach throughout those years, you know, really grateful, you know, to have him, you know, be able to, you know, talk to him about the game. My mom, you know, she's more academics. Yeah, she was she played volleyball, but she was more academic, so I had to make sure them grades was right, or it wouldn't be good at the house.
Mark.
Kenyon, Jimbo said last night, you're one of the all-time greats he's ever coached. More importantly, one of the best human beings he's ever coached. How does that hit you when you hear that coming from Jimbo?
That hits home right there. I mean, that's great, you know, to hear that from your head coach. You know, he sees you, you know, when you're down, when you're up. So I appreciate that, and I'm grateful, you know, to have him as my coach.
What was it like watching the emotions of your family last night?
Exciting, you know, seeing, you know, all the hard work, you know, they put into me, you know, all those years, seeing, you know, the tears of joy, you know, just the excitement, you know, just I was happy, you know, seeing that. It made me want to just get out there and work out, really. You know, I was sitting there just shaking, like ready to go.
We've got time for 2 or 3 more. Cole?
Kenyon, at your pro day, Jimbo said that he believes that you can be an all-pro guard, and potentially being a tackle, and that you could be a part of the class that joins the 4 other first-round offensive tackles who went from Texas A&M. What does it mean to be able to join that group of people and maybe start a new tradition of being the first-rounder in this new era?
Yeah, it was crazy because on my recruiting visits and everything, it was it's like we have a plaque, like boards, and it has like the first round on there. And my dad made me take a picture in front of it when I was a recruit there, so you know I can finally say, you know, I'm on that board now.
Adam?
Derek, you talked about, you know, you didn't worry about the outside perception, you know, when you were leaving and LSU, but the words you used about you as a prodigy. I read that you had like pass routes on your bedroom wall. The last 2 years when you weren't able to play for various reasons, and others had doubts outside, what was it like for you emotionally, knowing what your dream was and what the track was, but what you were able to do?
Well, me personally, I knew where I was at on the field and off the field. Still felt like I was still at that level, but that's out of my control. So there's no point in me trying to worry about that. Worry about what other people think, because people gonna always have something to say. I mean, if you look at any great ever, there's always 2 sides to it, and people are debating about it. So, I mean, I don't worry about it. So.
Sarge?
Titus Howard, who was the last first-round draft pick here in 2019, put out on social media last night that, you know, he welcomed you all, ready for you all to join the team. What does that mean to you, and has anybody else reached out to you all?
Yeah, for sure. Laramie Tunsil, he reached out to me, you know, just congratulating me and telling me, you know, be ready to work. You know, I texted him back. You know, my phone was froze for like an hour or so. So like I had to wait a little bit, text him back. But yeah, I can see the brotherhood here already. You know, embracing us in. You know, already. You know, haven't even met them yet. So so I feel like this team gonna have good vibes. Have the right mindset. The build. And then get this organization back to where it was and even better.
Cody. Oh, sorry, Derek, go ahead.
Well, I mean, just like he said, I can already feel like this is a good place to be in. But I mean, I haven't really checked my phone to see who all in the text. But I mean, when I'm going back and looking through it, I'm sure there'll be some players in there.
Derek, since we talked a lot about being home and stuff, you're from Louisiana, correct? Joining the Houston Texans, is it a little bit special knowing that you're not too far away from your family?
Yeah, I mean, it's not too far. It's not too close, so it's good. It's good. I'm glad I'm here.
We'll do the last one for Brooks, and then we'll take pictures.
First game, you said your phone froze, so like lots of stuff was coming in there.
Yeah, like my Instagram froze. I couldn't text nobody. Like I put my phone down and just enjoyed the moment after that. Like I couldn't even do anything on my phone.
So I'm guessing question for you about this, like as the last day has gone through, I mean, what are the moments that whatever's happened in the past 24 hours to help you realize the moment that's ahead, how y'all are expected to contribute? And y'all zoomed a little bit with some of the people at Miller Outdoor last night. So what were some of the things that hit you?
Right, just talking to the staff and everything on the phone, just hearing it in their voice, how excited and they mean business, and I'm coming here. This is business. This is a job. I'm gonna take this. With everything I have.
Can you restate that in a different way?
Just what, in the last day, stuck out to you that shows you how much expectation there is for you coming here?
Oh well, yeah. Just like he said, it's a business. So just got to come here and work.
All right, thanks guys. We're gonna take a couple of photos, jerseys, real quick.